when trouble's in the air.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Rodgers' Packers going up against Bridgewater's Vikings. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the newest facility in the NFL, and it is a beauty as we come to you from US Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. And a look at the defense now. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Two yards to go here on 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And to give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. And Crosby puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A first down throw for Bridgewater. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. Give him 22 on that one. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. First down, Bridgewater. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a second down. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He completes it to Treadwell. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it second and 10. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's second and 10. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finds his target, Montgomery. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing is Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Alex Collins, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Packers add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The ball carrier there, Adrian Peterson, he turned 31 back in March.
But after his return from knee surgery a few years ago, that incredible return, I don't think we look at his number the same way as we do a lot of running backs who turn 30.
Yeah, I agree. And right now, standing 17th all-time in the NFL rushing ranks. Second down following the run. Second down, Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And he's able to put it through. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On first down, Rodgers. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Linval Joseph in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So 2 field goals now for Crosby, a man who became the Packers' all-time leading scorer last year, topping the mark set by Ryan Longwell.
And as you know, Lambeau Field is not an easy place to kick field goals, especially when you get into December and January. But Crosby's been a steadying influence on some real good Packers teams.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. On second down, Peterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They run again on first down, Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Let's go.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense. You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Let's go.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. More from Minneapolis after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to the ground, Peterson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Julius Peppers. And now they're in the hurry-up. Shift together here from the D-line. A second down throw for Bridgewater. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. throw through it. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Walsh now for the PAT. And he puts it through. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
It's a pickup of 33 yards, and it'll give the Packers a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now is Rodgers. He was looking for Alex Collins that time. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play. Drops it underneath for Collins.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Rodgers now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Bridgewater looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Second down now after the pass completion. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Let's go.
What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. A dump down to McKinnon. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Bridgewater again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay 1st.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
319! 319!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy?
Say goodbye to Laquan Treadwell. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Well, Treadwell had a heck of a career at Ole Miss, and now he has that first National Football League score.
And that has to feel so sweet to him because, remember, his junior year at Mississippi, he broke an ankle. And people are wondering, would he be able to make it back and be the same player he was before? Not only did he do that, he added to his game. Not the fastest guy straight line, but great ability to separate at the end of a catch and make those contested catches that keep drives alive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And the Packers are going to have a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw, it's Rodgers. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Rodgers to throw once more. It's caught. Nelson. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Hundley, a sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On the keeper, it's Hundley. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden, it's 3rd and goal at the 1. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And tough starting field position here. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews, from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back near the goal line, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And look at that into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. A great read, and it's picked off. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They come out here in the eye. They start the drive with Peterson. Adrian Peterson. Peterson past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. And that's a big one for AP, his third of the season, but more importantly, 100 rushing touchdowns now in his career.
And what an accomplishment, because when you think about the normal careers of running backs, they're not around long enough to get close to 100 touchdowns scored on the ground. Adrian Peterson, often in a class by himself, one of the best we've ever seen.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, Everson Griffin, in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers to throw on second down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. It's a pickup of 17 there. And just like that, it's third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 5. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So it'll be first down here after the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And a really good gain there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top with the post in the area he vacates.
Rodgers now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. first down. Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So this will be the 9th play on this drive. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. It completes it middle of the field to Janis. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come up in an offset eye. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Peterson alone in the backfield. Bridgewater to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Blake Martinez. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So 2nd and 10 here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. And they're going to speed things up here. And with that last play, he's now up. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Minnesota. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Good throw, good catch, and the post route successful for the offense.
Really difficult on the defender. He got moved out of the middle of the field and tried to scramble to recover, but it was too late to stop the completion.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And it's incomplete. So they're